Hello viewers, this is Sunil Jhaveri, also known as Mr. Bond in the mutual fund industry. Today we are going to be discussing what is constantly rolling down as a strategy and as a concept, and how is that beneficial to the investors. This strategy works very well in a steep yield curve like the current scenario, where the 10-year AAA corporate bond is quoting at say 7.5%, a 5-year corporate bond is quoting 7% plus, and 1-year corporate bond is quoting 6.5%. What the fund managers does is that he buys a 10-year corporate bond paper to start with. In the next year, since it's an open-ended scheme, when they get extra and fresh inflows, they will buy the 9-year corporate bond paper, then thereafter 8-year corporate bond paper to match the residual maturity. If the investor holds it till the maturity, which in the current scenario would be say to start with 10 years, he will get returns which is equivalent to a fixed maturity plan, like the captured yield less the expense ratio. As I've explained to you, constantly rolling down strategy works well in a steep yield curve scenario. Will there be no volatility attached to this particular scheme? Answer is clearly no. There will be intermittent volatility since the fund manager is going to buy a long dated paper like a 10-year corporate bond. If the investor holds it till its maturity, the interest rate movements get evened out and they will get the, as I have explained, the captured yield less the expense ratio. But in between, the NAVs can go up or down based on the interest rate movements. But that's the time when, if one holds it for a longer period of time, the interest rate fluctuations get evened out and the investors will have a much smoother journey. But mind you, only over a longer period of time. What are the current scheme attributes? Currently, the scheme is 9.22 years in average maturity with 7.6% gross YTM and all 100% AAA corporate bond papers. Ideal solution for anybody who is looking for a long-term solution in the debt space, and that's what we are going to be discussing in terms of a need and a solution approach, and how will that benefit the investors for different needs for different investors. Thank you so much. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.